If I could describe Summit One Vanderbilt in one word, it would be breathtaking. There's really no place in the city that you can come and experience such great views, such great scenery. It's really just a great place to be able to come and experience New York. Really what's amazing about it is there's something for everyone. Whether you're a local visiting as a tourist to our great city, it's an opportunity for you to explore something truly unique that is multisensory and just out of this world exciting. For me, really, the experience starts down on the sidewalk. All it takes is for you to look up at this amazing building. And as you start your experience, you'll notice there's a number of different spaces that span 4 floors and 65,000 square feet.
The AV experience on B1 is kind of like the launching pad for this experience. You walk into this beautiful white space and you have the B1 theater, which is the perfect place to start the experience.
It's a 360-degree room. We're using 3 projectors to cover that space. Right now it is showing an abstract film, kind of preparing the guests to enter the space. After that, you'll walk through the turnstiles and then go to our 3D face scanners.
And that face capture is going to be important later on in the experience.
The next phase of your journey begins with the Hall of Light. This is probably one of my favorite spaces just because of the audio and lighting choreographed nature of the space. It's really, truly exceptional, one of a kind, but it really captivates you and sets the tone for your experience, which continues as you go up the elevators.
The elevator is really like the rocket ship that sails you off into this experience above. You're immersed in the very first real show.
Transcendence is the main feature of this space because it has one of the biggest infinity rooms in the world. You can see every part of the city. It's an overwhelming experience the first time you walk in, and you pair that with the technology, with the sound, the lights at night. In many ways, the sound design contributes to the experience of the space. It's a 3D soundscape. Because of that, every part of the room is a different experience. From Reflect, you go into Affinity. It is full of these floating orbs that are also mirrored. Many people will walk into Affinity and immediately turn into a child because you just want to play with all these floating orbs around you. It's just a fun room to be in.
The Unity Air Room is a place where Electrosonic was really able to leave our mark. We have a giant Samsung video wall that's a 1.2 millimeter pixel pitch. It's about 50 feet long and about 10 feet high that really transcends the space into the clouds. Working with Kenzo Digital and Framestore and some of the other trades that were involved in bringing this to life, we work very closely with them to be able to create this content experience where it truly feels like you're in the clouds.
If you remember on B1, you would do the 3D face scan. As part of that, we have wristbands that you would scan. As soon as you scan your wristband, about 30 seconds later, your face will be immersed in those clouds and you look like you're part of the clouds. That is definitely another one-of-a-kind unique experience here. People constantly take pictures in front of this. They constantly rescan to see their faces again.
Once you get to 59, you're at the end of the journey, but it's not over because you can ride these glass elevators all the way up to the top of the building and get the most immaculate view of New York City skyline.
So this project is a truly defining moment for Electrosonic as we continue to grow as a company. This iconic project is one that's going to be cemented in history forever. There was so much involved in it, and there was so many specialty skill sets that were needed to be able to deliver on something like this, which is truly remarkable because Electrosonic possesses that, and that's why we get hired for these kinds of jobs. It's about our people and our talent and how we were able to effectively work day and night to be able to complete all of that on schedule the entire time, which was a true feat of its own.
Electrosonic played a huge part in this project. For all the tech at least, their hands were in every part of it, from the audiovisual, sound, displays, things like that. But they trigger lighting, the operational controls, every part of it. Immediately when you first walk inside the space, it just resets all your senses. It kind of takes you away from the hustle and bustle of the city, and it kind of preps you emotionally, not just to look out, but to actually look inward.
The space is captivating because when you walk in, you feel completely immersed through the use of technology, through media, through the architecture, and just how all of that is tied together. When you look at the skyline now of New York, you see this amazing piece of architecture. And on top of that, you've got this place that you can explore and that you can see outward. The effect it's going to have on people is just creating a memorable experience that's going to last for years to come.